I'm like looking at this. I look raggedy. Look, take this off. Raggedy, just raggedy. All this hairline just looking raggedy. God damn. Okay, all right, cool. I have hair. It's just when you be wearing stuff like that. Oh God, that nigga looking like that. My God, I swear I got hair, kinda. Maybe. Maybe. All right, Tony's right. So this is gonna be a quick video for real. So I bought a book and I'm just gonna like update you on like some other stuff that's been going on in my life. So my internship is basically coming to an end. By the time you see it, it'll essentially the next day it'll be done, but it didn't end necessarily the best. But yeah, like it's kind of over. It was a social media type thing. And I'm glad that I did it. It showed me that I'm glad I didn't get the master's degree that I was going to get like a decade ago in logo branding design kind of things, because I feel like where we are now with Canva and stuff like that, like you can just template a lot of stuff, and I'm glad I didn't spend $60,000 on a degree like that. I'm also glad that I worked with an organization that had a brand in mind. But I realized through that interaction, this entire thing, that I don't want to solve problems in that way. Not with branding. I just think that that's just not my way to go. I feel like I could do a good, pretty decent analysis of certain processes that take place and stuff like that within certain businesses as regards to like making a social media. Like I feel like I would be the person to make the master calendar and do the creative direction as opposed to actually making the post. I feel like the creative direction and explaining why we're doing this, I think I could do that more than actually like doing that other stuff. And it's not because, oh, I think I'm better. It's just the experiences that I have, I feel like lean more towards creative direction than just the marketing part. Like I'm not a marketer. And so one of the things that I've been reflecting on is also that as a creative writing person, I feel like one of the boxes you get put into is becoming a social media person because of the writing skill and things like that. And so I think that I would like to explore maybe marketing a little bit more, but like learning about it a little bit more and applying it for my own stuff, not necessarily like it's ride or die, do or die for like a business. I kind of feel like that's a lot of pressure on me. I think that we get pigeonholed as writers into the social media thing because there's a lot of writing of copy and words and stuff like that for social media, like posts and reels and stuff like that. But I kind of, it's like, it's more like you have to talk to the industry. It's less about us, it's more about the industry, but it is about us and what we accept. But yeah, like for some reason, I feel like when people hear that you're a writer, they just go to like making social media posts and writing like content for your stuff. They don't go into editing, they don't go into like formatting, they don't do any of that stuff. They go straight into just like social media. And I feel like it's a limited scope of what we do, a limited understanding of what we do. And I think in many ways, if you're in an MFA program for creative writing, there's a limited understanding of what we can do and such a discussion always of what we, you know, what our future outlook is going to be for employment, which is usually abysmal based on what people say. But then they always, if you do go into jobs, it's like the marketing kind of thing. So yeah, so that's kind of phased out. I have some other opportunities that I'm interested in for the fall. We'll see how those go. Excited about that. This, yeah, like this was a thing. I've talked to like a few friends, like this was a thing. So there's that. Pivoting to my website. So I am using Wix officially. I'm building it kind of like right now. I'm on the website right now to build it. I feel like when I wanted to make a website in 20 like 12, 14, 16, 18, this building a website thing was like way easier, and I kind of feel like I don't know what happened since then. Why is it so hard to set up like a website? Like I feel like I just want drag and drop shit. Like I feel like there's just so much stuff that's so complicated for no reason, and I'm just so confused. But one thing I had to do was write out what I wanted in terms of sections, what I wanted those sections to entail, why I wanted them, how to flow it, and stuff like that. So I pretty much know that my website, I know the website name I want to use. I know like generally the structure of it. I know the subheadings of it, and I want to keep it fairly simple because I don't have any I don't desire to have much confusion with this website or much like bells and whistles. I do think that certain sections that I'm going to implement will be very important to how I brand myself. And when I mean branding myself, I mean this is what I'm about, this is what I do, this is how I do it, this is how I get from point A to point B within the writing publishing sphere. And if you want to work with me and stuff like that, like you can do that based on what you see. If you like what you see, you can drop me an email, blah blah blah, things like that. So I'm getting like tailored to what I really want, and I hope to kind of have it up and running sometime before, I want to say before the semester started, but girl, that's like 2 weeks. So sometimes before the winter break, because I really will need it. And I do want to do it before then because I want to have posts up there, I want to have listings up there, I want to have things up there that people would like to see. But yeah, right now it's just like developing it, and it's just way harder than I remember. I feel like I really it was way easier, and maybe it's because I use Weebly. I feel like Weebly was like way simpler, and then Weebly became a part of Square, not Squarespace, but Square, which is the processing service for like payments or like change. It like they took it over and stuff like that, so you can do e-commerce and all that kind of shit on there. So yeah, I was fiddling around with like Squarespace and Square and all of them, but I'm just gonna stick with Wix. I'm not going to do WordPress. WordPress was very complicated for no reason, and I kind of feel like it feels kind of glitchy when I'm using it. I didn't like it. I didn't like tinkering with it. I felt like it was weird, and it's like it's a reason why you need like WordPress training. Like it's a real thing. I think I might consider learning like WordPress, and only because I feel like WordPress is just one of those things that like people are like, do you know WordPress? It's like, no, bitch, I don't know. No, bitch, I don't know that shit. Stop asking me. No, I'm kidding. I feel like it's a step up from like the ready-made kind of ready to make things, and where you really do need to have some interest on the back end. If you don't have interest on the back end, it may not work for you. And it's kind of funny because I had a coding book when I was younger, and I feel like I still have it. I may have thrown it away or donated it rather, but yeah, I'll probably get back in there. That's a skill that I probably need to like do anyway. Yeah, so I guess lastly, I bought this book that I shouldn't have bought. Well, not lastly, but on things I bought this book. It's Ryunosuke Akutagawa. That's the name. It's like this. And so essentially it's kind of like it's like a Alice in Wonderland. That's how they describe it when this person goes down a rabbit hole and shit like that. So basically this is a kappas are like these creatures. They say they look something like frogs from Japanese folklore, and then this person is a mental patient or whatever, but he was recounting how he spotted one, and then he chases it and then like goes into this world, and then basically what it says is when he returns to Japan, he's disgusted with humanity. It's just like, okay. So I feel like it would be interesting because it's pretty short, but I kind of feel like the Japanese are very interesting in that I feel like the Japanese are very weird when it comes to their writing and things that they decide that they're going to write about. I feel like it's kind of weird, but okay. But it's kind of cool because like the chapters and stuff like that, that's the prologue. Prologue is like 1 page. Chapter 1 is like 2.5 pages. Like, so this is a very short book. It's like 80 pages. And so I feel like I can finish it or whatever. And it's like the first fiction book that I picked up in a while. I also wanted to look at it because I am interested in cover design, because I will have to consider cover design for my own book. And so I felt like this was captivating enough, and that like the red is capturing me, right? It's not necessarily capturing me to read, but it's capturing me in that it's kind of pulling my eye towards this picture here. And then I like that the title, well, the author is right here, but not necessarily within the yellow, not within the white border. And that this here is also kind of like straddling both of them, because this takes up so much space that they have to kind of put it here and here. And I kind of like that it's almost like this takes center, and it's cool, and it draws you in, and it piques your curiosity. And this type font is like really kind of interesting to me as well. So yeah, like I'm excited to kind of read it. And anything else? I had some more stuff, but I'll talk about some other things because I kind of forgot what that was. I'll talk about my courses that I signed up for, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.